Shalom, brothers. This is Kyle Ahmad with GMS, Man Up Jacob. Giving all praise and honor to the Most High and the Son, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. And honors to you brothers out there defending the gospel and preaching the word and prophesying. And today, this is going to be a quick little, another audio log. I got audio file, audio log, whatever you want to call it. And something that I was just thinking about at work today. And it's something that all brothers have pretty much, just about all brothers that have come in since 2007, 2006, have gone through when you first hear this truth. And that is, you feel the need to want to tell everybody, you find out this information, and it's new information, and so it's you never heard anything like it as far as the truth, right? Because you hear the scriptures being spoken in such a powerful way, in such a raw, straightforward, and passionate, for lack of a better word, way, which is complete opposite of what you hear in these churches. And it's like, man, I gotta tell somebody about this. Somebody's gotta know. Or you find out you're a Hebrew Israelite, right? You got friends that are Jakes in the world, and they're also of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So you feel the need, you want to tell them, all right? You find out that you can have more than one woman, although it is not expedient, but it is lawful to have more than one woman. You want to go tell somebody. More importantly, you find out that we're in the end times, and that America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible, is about to be destroyed. And you want to tell somebody. You want to tell your friends. You want to tell your family. But guess what? 9 times out of 10, they're not going to hear you. All right? Because at the end of the day, the only ones that are going to hear the truth about the scriptures and understand it and take it in is the elect. That's it. All right? Whether it be the prophets, the prophets that are coming into the truth, that are going out there and teaching the highways and the byways, the ones that are chosen, that are the family members of them prophets, all right, friends of the prophets, there aren't very many people that are going to get this truth and get this knowledge and actually understand what's being spoken about in the Holy Bible, all right? So when you go, and like I said, I went through this too, where, I first heard that, hey, so the whom the world knows as Jesus Christ is really a so-called black man, all right? And he obviously does not look like what is portrayed around the whole world. And that guy who was portrayed as Jesus Christ is actually a murderer, a homosexual, all right? He killed his brother. He tried to kill his father, all right? Known as Cesar Borgia. And he's a pretty big historical figure. And you want to let people know that. But they're not going to hear you. They're just going to think that you're crazy, all right? Because they're conditioned in the brain to not get it. They've been programmed by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to not get it. All right, I want to start out with this scripture real quick. This is this is John, 1 John chapter 4, verse 5. And it says, "They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them." Now, the point I want to bring out on that particular verse, I'm going to read the next verse, is that when you look at these people in the world, you got this is the information age, this is the digital age, the internet age. You got all these social networks like Facebook, MySpace, if it's still kind of popping, all right, Instagram, things that people set up, these little websites and pages that people set up to only promote vanity. They only care about what they've got going. They do not give a damn about what's going on in the world. They don't care about political issues. They don't care about issues pertaining to war, leading up to the climax of the World War III. They don't care about economic issues. They only care about themselves. All right. So you try to pass along a little information to them, they're gonna say, "Oh man, you watch too many movies, or you must be a conspiracy theorist, or you read too much." They're gonna say something stupid to you because they're not trying to hear the information you're trying to present to them. So, brothers that that are coming in, because there's always new brothers that are coming in and hearing this word. You got to learn pretty quick to get over that spirit of wanting to tell everybody. I went through that too, and I got through it pretty quick when I realized that the people whom I was telling the information that I found out, this truth, which were really very close friends of mine, all right, a couple of Issacharites, they pretty much called me crazy and stopped talking to me, and we fell out, and it is what it is, but they were set up that way, all right, because they're into the whole Christian love everybody doctrine, when the Bible does not condone that, all right. So let me read verse 6. It says, 1 John 4, verse 6, we are of the Most High. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us, and he that is not of the Most High heareth us not. Hereby we know the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. All right, so the men that are out there that are chosen by the Most High, by Yahweh Shem Shai, from the beginning to get this knowledge are going to get it. And the ones that aren't chosen, guess what? That they're ordained to that condemnation, like the scriptures say. All right? They're not going to get it. And there's nothing that we can do but just keep prophesying and keep putting the word out. That way, the blood is off our hands. Like when you go to Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, I believe it's the 3rd chapter or the 13th, but I believe it's chapter 3. The Most High commanded Ezekiel to go prophesy and to teach. That way, if that man, that wicked person, gets caught in his iniquity, then it's on him. All right? But you saved your soul because you did what you're supposed to do. All right? But if you don't, then guess what? That person's going to be caught up in their iniquity, but his blood will be required at your hand. So we got to do what we got to do at the end of the day. But the point I'm trying to make is that these people in the world aren't going to get it. So you might as well just leave them alone. Just go out there on the highways and the byways, preach, put together videos if you can, and just preach. That's it. You ain't got to go on your job and try to spread the gospel, spread the news, be creeping around job trying to give other jakes this info about the Bible. They ain't gonna get it. They ain't going, and then 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be made fun of. The scripture says, "Cast not your pearls before swine, lest they turn and rend you." So you could try to go do that at the job or at school or whatever, and people gonna turn that against you. So outside, and another point, a side point is talking about that. And when you're out in the world, just be Clark Kent, like the elders always say. Be Clark Kent. Be Superman when you're out there preaching. All right. But when it's time to go incognito, be incognito. All right. Now let me go to Revelation 21 verse 11, which says, "He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still." So you see people out there that are just caught up in their wickedness, caught up into the ways of the world. Leave them alone. Just let them be. All right. There's only one person I personally know in the not in the truth, that knows exactly what I'm about and is pretty much as a friend stuck around. Knows exactly what watches the videos and everything. He's not out there doing the work. But there's literally, of all the friends I've had, there's only one, literally one that stuck around. All right? You ain't going to get too many people that's going to stick around. Once you get into this knowledge, all your friends are going to leave. And that's exactly what happened to me, So if people are out there wicked, if they decide to let, because you got into this truth and got the knowledge, all right, and started getting into these scriptures, when that happened, if they decide to let you do your thing and then they decide not to come around no more, then the hell with them. All right? That just means that they ain't meant to get it. So let them be wicked. Let them be filthy. Let them go do what they want to do. Let them go party. Let them go smoke weed. Let them go eat pork. Let them go, if they want to go commit adultery, let them go do that. All right? You put the word out there via the information, the super highway, via YouTube. You're prophesying, you're teaching. The blood's off your hands. All right? That, and then that doesn't mean you can just, if somebody comes to you and says, well, look, because I've done this plenty of times. Somebody come to you and say they're about to do some wickedness. They're in the world. oh man, check this out, bro. I want to go fuck that dude. I'm like, you know, she has a husband, right? Now, if that motherfucker's dead set on going to fuck somebody else's woman, I'm not about to jump in front of his ass and stop him. You want to go do that? That's fine. If you in the world and you want to go do that shit, go ahead and do it. But I'm gonna tell you that you're about to commit a wicked ass act. All right, you might get your ass fucked up. You know, so let the wicked be wicked still. All right. Ultimately, our job is to go out there and preach. All right. Preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Get out there on the highways and the byways and make your bodies a living sacrifice. All right? To the Most High. You don't got to go trying to convert everybody, because we're not going to convert anybody. The only man that's going to do the converting is Yahweh Shem Shai. That's it. All right? And he's already got his 7,000 elect men, all right, which represents a complete number. He's got that 7,000 elect men reserved who have not bowed down the knee to the image of Baal. All right? So he's already got the number set. All we got to do, our only job, is to go out and prophesy. You don't have to concern yourself with going on a solo mission to try to convert every person you hear when you get into this knowledge. All right? You're only going to stress yourself out and look crazy, crazier than you already do, because we already look crazy. But you're going to look crazier than you already do. All right? If you try to do something like that. All right? I know from experience. Okay, this is the last scripture I want to get into, and this is Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter and the 30th verse. And it says, now this applies to when we're out there preaching on the highways and the byways. All right, but I want to make a point. It says here, also, thou son of man, the children of thy people are still talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, everyone to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what it is. What is the word that cometh forth from the Most High, from the Lord? And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. Now hold on, let me jump all the way back up to the 31st verse. It said, also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls, and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another. So these people are already against you. They're already set against you. All right? Like the scripture in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, the 33rd chapter, about the 14th verse, 13th verse, which the brother Yatazak went into this past weekend. The good is set against evil. All right? The sinner is set against the godly. So there are the people of the world, 2/3, which is a vast majority over 1/3, is already set against you. All right, two out of every 3 people you see that's on the planet Earth, really in here in America, they're against you. All right, 2/3 of these people are going to be cut off, and really it's Israelites. All right, because all the other nations and the so-called white man that's here on this soil, when the missiles drop, they're going to get killed. All right, they're going to get destroyed. All right, but our people, 2/3 of our people, you see, the majority of them are going to die. All right, so let's jump back here. This is 31. It says, and they come unto thee as a people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. So they say, man, oh, I hear what you're talking about, and I'm bringing this down to a level of you, me, everyday person, everyday brother going through, your life, your everyday life in the world. You try to tell somebody the truth. Oh man, I hear that sounds cool, that sounds deep, but in their mind, they're not. It's going in one ear and out the other. They're worried about going to the club later that night or that week, or getting off and chilling with some broad who's probably with another dude, all right, or has a dude already. They're into whatever it is that makes them feel good. They're not trying to hear about you warning them about the impending doom that's coming to this place. They do not care, all right? They could care less, okay? Verse 32, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this comes to pass, and lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. So you do the job, do the work of an evangelist, like the scriptures say. Go out there, preach the word, prophesy, teach, put together videos, do your part, so that when the time comes, at the end of the day, you get that I told you so. All right. You get to be those men getting beaten up in the chariots, like it's mentioned in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. And them other assholes who are scoffing and mocking us, guess what? They get to be the people that are looking up, saying, these are the men who we had sometime in derision. All right. So you, like I said, you don't got to go on a solo mission to go try to convert everybody. The Lord has already got it set. You just do your job and teach the word and put the word out there. All right. So with that, Lord willing, that's been edifying. And with that, I say shalom.